25 minutes before 10 o'clock. It's Friday. When you hear that beautiful music on a Friday morning, it means we're going to talk about horses. The show you're about to hear is called Horse Sense. It's presented by the Equine Alliance of Marion County, and hosting the show this morning, Crystal Fernung is in the studio, as is Barbara Feitos, and on the phone is Mark Shuffett. So let me say good morning to all three of you. Good morning to all three of you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Good.
There you are. Okay. So today, part of what we're going to do today is give away tickets to the rodeo, right?
Yeah, the Southeastern Youth Ranch Rodeo,
And that's tomorrow?
I believe. Mark can tell you.
Today and tomorrow?
Tonight and tomorrow.
Tonight and tomorrow. Okay. All right. Are you in it, Mark?
No.
No. Why'd you answer that way?
He's not a youth.
Is it tough? Oh, you have to be
He's
a youth?
an old dude.
We'll talk about that. Yep, we'll talk about that in a second.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
The before we get started with them, I'm going to let Barbara give our sponsors a shout out, and then I've got a couple of little announcements to make.
Thank you, Crystal. We always appreciate our sponsors, primarily FTBOA, the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Elmara Arabians, and the Infinite Day Spa. Those are our primary sponsors, but we also obviously always give a shout out to the wonderful Blue Jays Band, who have designed or made up that lovely song. Composed, that's
Yeah,
the right word.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you
yeah,
very
yeah.
much. Composed that wonderful song that starts and ends the program every week. And we have new volunteers or new people that have come on board with us. Lou and Lydia DeMarco, a wonderful husband and wife photography team
Oh, nice.
who have volunteered their services to help us
Very
with our
accomplished.
events. And extraordinarily good. And they did the wonderful Grand Oaks show last week. So look for some of their photography on our website and give them your business.
Yeah, if you go onto their website, I mean, their work is amazing, and they've been published in many, magazines.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
just beautiful stuff. And I kind of put feelers out for, we're a 501c3, so we're broke.
Right. Yeah. So it is, right? Yeah.
So we're working off the good old bartering system, and we'll promote you. And they're new to the area, so I just kind of put feelers out, and they called, and we're just thrilled to have them. So
And remind us again, what is your website? What's the website address?
it's equineallianceofmarioncounty.com.
Okay, that's easy enough. And I do see it on our website. So for those listening, call us if you need it repeated, or just go to WOCA.com.
Yep, and then of course our Facebook page, Horse Sense, on Facebook, and there's tons of stuff on there, lots and lots of stuff on there. We also want to talk about real quick, the FTBOA Gala is March 9th. That's like our red carpet event for the year. Everybody who's going to be getting the championships for the 2-year-old, 3-year-old championship breeder, top breeder, the who's who. There's always a lot of out-of-town people here. Big time Kentucky Derby Triple Crown trainers are in town. Last year, Bob Baffert was there, and a lot of. And we're looking, always looking for business sponsors who want to take that opportunity to be there and be able to interact with what is the best of the best for 2013. So if you're interested, you can call FTBOA. I know one of our sponsors, Infinite Day Spa, is going to be there. They're sponsoring a table, so that was really good. And then the Ivy House has reached out through FTBOA, and I think mainly in part with what we're trying to do with this group. They are going to have a special event on February 25th from 6 to 8 for just FTBOA members. And they're come in, and they're going to give you a sampling of food, a beer, wine bar. So they're just saying, hey, equine people, come on over and let us, show you who and what we are, and they can get themselves maybe some catering jobs, and
All right.
provide food at the sales. If they take out lunches and breakfasts, and so they found a way to reach out through the equine community and expand their business.
So it's like equine and cheese.
Yes. Yep. So yeah, it's a good opportunity. It's one of those things where a business says, I don't get a lot of horse people in here, so it's just open for just FTBOA members, and I thought it was a really good opportunity for them to get people to come and I've eaten there many times.
Uh-huh.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Mark, where are you right now?
I'm at the Discovery Center.
Okay. And what are you doing over there?
I have a couple of guests with me today, and we want to talk about the Southeastern Youth Fair and the Ranch Rodeo that's coming up. Andy Seiler is homegrown rodeo announcer right here from Ocala. Competed in rodeos most of his life, and is now pursuing a career in professional rodeo announcing and organization. And also, I have with me Suzanne Shuffett, who's in charge of the Discovery Center and the rodeo Rotary Discovery Fest. And both of these people have been instrumental in the cattle drive that's starting tomorrow. So just kind of wanted to let everybody know what was going on with cattle drive, the ranch rodeo, the youth fair, the Rotary Discovery Fest. Big weekend. So, Andy, thanks for joining us. What can you tell us?
Well, we're very excited. This weekend we've given the people of Ocala an opportunity to enjoy a little bit of a different kind of entertainment. A traditional rodeo has events that are based on what ranching cowboys and cowgirls do on a daily basis, but the events that we have at the ranch rodeo, they're not based on anything. It's what the ranching cowboys and cowgirls do on a daily basis. So it's very visceral. It's an event where you will see what the men and women of farming and ranching today do on a daily basis. And they'll get to do it in front of people who want to learn about agriculture and want to know what's going on and how their food is produced and how it's handled. So it's an event that we're very excited about. We've had a lot of phone calls and a lot of support, and we are the main fundraiser for the Southeastern Youth Fair. So we understand the struggles of being a not-for-profit organization. So, we're very excited about this event and plowing some new ground and having our ranch rodeo this year.
Andy, how does the ranch rodeo differ? You talk about the events differing, but is it an individual? When I go to a PRCA rodeo, those guys are competing heads up. And what makes ranch rodeo a little bit different than that?
Well, the good thing about a ranch rodeo is everything is team-oriented. We only have one event, the bronc riding, where there will be one person competing. Every other event involves the whole team, and that's what farming and ranching is all about. You see these tight-knit families that continue to run these companies and keep them going for generations to come. Everything in our ranch rodeo is team-oriented. Everyone works together to accomplish the goal, and that's something that we think is unique and different, and it's nice to see these people come together in order to achieve a common goal.
Okay, so this is the kickoff for the youth fair, but it's not a youth rodeo, right?
That's right. All of our competitors are 18 years and up, and they are members of the Florida Cattlemen's Association, and our rodeo is actually a qualifier for the Florida Cattlemen's Association state finals that'll be held later this year in Kissimmee. So it's definitely our first year, but it's an event that's taken on a lot of excitement, and it's got a lot of people stirred up, and we look forward to having a successful event this weekend.
So when you were doing this first year and you've got some calls and people are excited, where do these teams come from, and how many teams do you have competing this weekend?
We have 18 teams competing this weekend, so we have 90 different cowboys and cowgirls coming together, and they've come from as far as Clewiston and LaBelle, Florida. So you've got some teams driving 4 or 5 hours to get here. So we've got representation from all over the state, and actually Adena Springs has 2 teams here this weekend, so we've got some local representation as well.
So they've got an A and a B team.
Yes, they do. Adena Springs East and West will be competing tonight.
So they're going to compete against each other. That ought to be interesting. Will all 18 teams compete each night?
We have 9 teams per night. Each team will do all events each night. So we have 9 teams tonight and then 9 teams tomorrow night.
And then the champions are declared after tomorrow night. So
that's correct, at the end of the event. And our gates will open at 6 o'clock, and the event starts at 7:30 both nights.
How long will it take?
It usually takes between 2 hours, 2.5 if we run a little long, but it should be done in 2 hours with our 6 events. And then we're also, for the fans that like bull riding, we've added a little bit of bull riding there at the end just as a way to generate a little bit more interest. It doesn't have any reflection on the results of the actual ranch rodeo portion of it, but we've definitely got bull riding in there to make our fans happy as well.
Okay, so you got like jackpot bull riding
Exactly.
after the main rodeos.
Yes,
over?
sir. Yes, sir.
And you said the gates open at 6. So if I come at 6, what can I do if I come at 6?
Well, we'll have some of the cowboys and cowgirls there. We hope to get them around and let them introduce themselves to some of our spectators. And we'll also have our concession stands open, and we have quite a few vendors all around the area. So there'll be plenty to do. If you get there early, you can find a good seat and make sure that you get yourself something to eat and visit the people that we have supporting us in our vendor area.
Well, we certainly thank you for giving us. We've got 2 family 4-packs, like we said a little bit earlier. So if the cost and how do I get tickets and all that kind of stuff. If I don't win the tickets on the radio today, how do I get a ticket?
We have 4 pre-sale ticket locations, Tack Shack 2, Russell's Western Wear, Boot Barn, and the Southeastern Youth Fair office. If you buy the tickets before you come, the tickets are $8, and at the door they're $10. And tonight is Students' Night, so all students get $2 off, so the gate price at the door, so they would be $8. And then tomorrow night we're having a salute to veterans, so all veterans will be $8 tomorrow night.
Okay. Who's doing the concessions?
The Southeastern Youth Fair is the main head of our concession stands, but we have help from our beef ambassadors and also from the Southeastern Youth Fair ambassadors.
And the junior cattlemen, I think, are involved,
and,
right?
Yes, and the junior cattlemen as well.
It's a really neat function that we have, and it gets a lot of the different facets of the industry, all ages involved, even though they're not competing. Marion County has one of the largest cattlemen associations in the state, and we have really one of the largest junior associations to go with that. So those kids will be manning and help man the concessions tonight as part of their volunteer service to the community that helps support a function that they will be competing in later in the week with their steers and lambs and pigs and rabbits and all that kind of stuff, right?
And it's really inspiring to see these young men and women do this because they believe not only in what they're doing today, but they're helping us preserve and build a foundation for the future of agriculture and ag education for generations to come. I mean, I have a child who's almost a year old, but I don't have any kids in the fair, and I'm trying to do the same thing that these kids are doing. We're trying to raise money and continue the Southeastern Youth Fair for years and generations to come.
Yeah, wow. You were in the youth fair, right?
I was in the youth fair for 11 years, so at this point in time, we've got a little boy growing to get ready for the youth fair, but he's 7 years away from being able to compete.
Right, and were your parents also in the youth fair?
My parents, my mom was a former president of the Southeastern Youth Fair, and my parents were the rodeo committee chairs for 7 or 8 years. So we've been very involved with the youth fair through the years.
The youth fair is really neat. Suzanne and I moved here in 1988. And that was one of the years that got really cold, and it was one of those freezes. But I had heard on the radio that it might have been WOCA. I don't remember. There was a rodeo in town in February, and I'm going to go because we had moved down here from Tennessee, Kentucky, and first rodeo that I'd heard about. So I go to this rodeo, ask Suzanne if she's going. She said, "No, I'm not going." She said, "It's going to be 20 degrees tonight." And okay, well, I'm going to go. That's before the livestock pavilion was covered. So if you don't know, the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion is now covered. They put in some big paddle fans that move some air, so if it's hot, they can turn those on. If it's cold, they put up boards and different things under the bleachers, so the draft's not as bad as it was. But anyway, I go to this rodeo on this Friday night, Saturday night, 19 degrees. I'm sitting in that fan, and the wind's blowing up, drinking hot chocolate and coffee, and at that time, I believe it was a high school rodeo.
Right.
That was going on, and I believe the only people there besides me were parents and grandparents and the people that had to be there. But one of the coldest nights that I remember in Ocala, and I think it was 19 that night or something like that. But anyway, was a lot of fun. The Southeastern Youth Fair started with the steer show back in the 40s. That has morphed into what is the youth fair now with all kinds of animals and home art exhibits and photography exhibits. Come out and take a look. They'll be open all week. I'm trying to say I believe we're 70-plus years old. So So got a lot of neat stuff going on over there. Before we run out of time, I see we've got about 10 minutes or so left. I want Suzanne to talk about what she's doing. She's been instrumental in helping start the cattle drive, the rodeo. I don't know why I keep saying radio. Rotary Discovery Fest. I got her talk before I messed it up anymore.
Just because I gave him a nasty look. Hey, you all. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Barbara.
Hi, good morning.
Robin. Hey, Crazy Man.
Is that me?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Suzanne.
Good to hear y'all's voice. I just wanted to tell you all a couple of things that's going on tonight. Be sure and go out to the rodeo at the Southeastern. But then tomorrow, we are having the cattle drive that's been going on for 3 years. I didn't have anything to do with that. Reuben Lamb started that, and the cool thing this year is that the Marion County Cattlemen's Association has picked up that, and they are responsible for that. Frank Markham and some of his fellow cattlemen from Marion County are going to be driving the cattle down through Ocala, through downtown. They will step off at 10 o'clock. There will be some streets closed. There'll be a rotating roadblock, and you can stand by the side of the road and watch the cows, or you can come to Tuscaloosa and see the cows there. Once the cows get here, we will have a day full of fun. We've got good food, good entertainment, lots of games for kids. Cow patty bingo. The Discovery Center will be open so that people can visit it and see our new water exhibit from the University of Florida. It's a great exhibit. So, you know what? It's going to rain today. It's not going to rain tomorrow. Well, come on out tomorrow, and all the money, I know you're hearing a lot about money and things like that, but all the money that is raised for Rotary Discovery Fest tomorrow goes towards the renovation of the Discovery Center. And let me tell you the big ticket item that we need, and my legs are telling me this every night. We do not have an elevator in this building. It was built in 1941, and we need an elevator badly. Not that I don't need to exercise, but I'm getting old, and my knees need some relief. So come on out, join us tomorrow. Lots of fun, lots of games. It's a family event. The Rotary they're fixing all the food, and we'll also have beer and wine there. We're here tomorrow, so feel free to join us. And if you have any questions, or you can go on to the Discovery Center's website, which is mydiscoverycenter.org. Or you can go on the city's website, and that's ocalafl.org/cowboy. And that is the event site, and it will tell you all you need to know. If that doesn't do it, then give me a call. And the number here at the Discovery Center is 401-3900.
What's the street, Suzanne, that runs right here in front of the Discovery Center?
The Discovery Center is located at 701 Northeast Sanchez. Just to kind of get you oriented, if you go down 8th Avenue where the big water tower is, our newly painted water tower with our city logo on it, that's 8th Ave. And if you look immediately to the west, you will see the Discovery Center and Tuscaloosa Park, and that's where all the activities are going to be.
So when they drive the cattle, they're going to be coming down Sanchez, and they're going to pin the cattle here.
Yeah, they'll be coming north on Wauchula, then they'll go east on 9th, and then they'll come south on Sanchez.
Okay. So those are all good places to stand and watch and take pictures. And I want to pin the cattle over here for a little bit so you can get some pictures with cowboys and cattle and that kind of thing. And are they staying here, or are the cattle staying here, or are they leaving?
The cattle will stay here for about an hour, just so we can have those photo ops, and y'all can say thank you to all the cattlemen that have worked towards this. And then they are physically going to drive them to the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion. We're going to go some back roads, and the police will go with them as well. So if you didn't get a chance to see them on the street coming from downtown, you can get a chance to see them going to the Southeastern.
And what time does the Rotary Discovery Fest begin?
You can come here. Probably the time for the event is from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and we've got things going on all day long. We've got we've got Hollywood the Rodeo Clowns, and Deke Rivers, the Solero. We've got Hayfire, which is a band we had last year. We have Alice Wallace, who is a phenomenal singer. We've got 8 Seconds coming from Gainesville, and they will be teaching line dancing on the stage and also on the second floor of the Discovery Center. So lots and lots. We've got over 20 kids' games. My coworker, Catherine Stewart, has made the kids' corral amazing. So if you've got big kids or little kids, or if you're just a big kid, come on out and have fun.
It ought to be a good time. We've even got, if you want to learn how to rope, aren't there, like block and bridle?
Yep. The University of Florida's Block and Bridle team is coming, and they're going to be doing little roping demonstrations and helping your kids learn how to rope. And also the University of Florida Cattle Women Association will be making brands on keychains, and that's kind of neat. So we've got Cracker Horse, we've got Cracker Sheep, we've got Cow Camp. You can give blood if you want to lay down and get some cookies. All kinds of good stuff. Vendors, all kinds of good stuff.
Does it cost anything to come?
It does not. This is a free event. Food and the kids' corral are fee-based. Honor, and keep in mind that all that money goes to the Discovery Center renovation and the elevator.
There's a lot of stuff here that there's no charge to get in, and then a lot of things there's no charge for those. And the little tags you're talking about, if you've ever seen a cow that had an ear tag, and it's a cow ear tag, and then we can put your initials or a little brand on the back of it, and then you put that on your keychain or your luggage. Pretty cool little memento to have. Those are Richie tags, and they've donated a big box. I don't know, it'd be first come, first served.
500 of them.
First 500. It's kind of like going to the ball game. If you're one of the first 500 your tag, then you're good. Andy, thanks for being here.
You bet.
Suzanne, thanks for joining me today. Appreciate your time and energy, effort, and all the stuff that you do for Ocala. Larry, we'll throw it back to you.
There you go. Well, that was a great interview. It was good to hear Suzanne again. Tell her we're going to do everything we can to get that elevator built in there.
I know.
Yes, sir. For the 2-family 4-packs, to let y'all manage that from the office, but I'd say the first 2 people that call in, Larry.
That's a good idea, Mark. So let's take Mark's lead and do that right now. If you would like to go to the Southeastern Youth Fair Rodeo, the Ranch Rodeo, are the tickets good for tonight and tomorrow, or just tonight?
Tonight and tomorrow night, you get to pick.
Okay, so these are worth like $40 if you buy them at the gate. So 4 tickets. We have 2 sets of 4. So all you need to do is call 622-9622. The first 2 people that call, we'll get them. So let me just give them away real quickly. The phone rang quickly with that one. Good morning. You've got the first set of 4. Who's this?
This is Hugh calling.
Hugh, you've got him. You've got 4 tickets waiting for you.
See, I'm planning on going myself with my stepson, but I've got a family that's in need that will enjoy those tickets and have a good time.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's nice.
See you tonight.
Thank you, Hugh. And let me give the other set away. Multiple choice here. Eeny, meeny, pick that one. Good morning. You've got the other set of 4. Who's this?
JJ.
JJ, you've got 4 tickets to the rodeo.
Great. Where do I pick them up?
Right here at the Paddock Mall. We're located at the right
Your
outside.
new location.
Yes.
I know where you're at.
Okay.
All right. I just bring my ID.
Yeah, just bring your ID.
Okay. Well, my real name is Norman Vance, but I go by JJ.
Do you know Norman? Okay, Norman, you got him.
Got an AKA.
Thanks,
Is he on
buddy.
the wall at the post office?
I don't know what that means. But okay, we'll put both names on the tickets for you.
All righty.
All right, Norman and JJ on one set over there. Okay, all right, good stuff.
It is good stuff. The cattle drive last year downtown was absolutely extraordinary. So if you get a chance, that's a good thing to see. The Irish delegation's in town as well.
The Irish delegation.
Irish
will be-
delegation from Newbridge,
and
and they will be there.
Hey, Barbara. It's Suzanne. They will be here at the stage. We're actually going to bring them on stage and introduce them to everybody at the Discovery Center. So come on down and meet our fellow city sister Irishman.
Are those Irish people going to understand your accent? That's what I want to know.
Hey, did that Long Island person understand my accent?
Yep, I sure do. All right, I guess.
Well, I went and helped last year at the cow patty bingo bull,
Right.
missing the bull weight thing.
Right.
And it was just fun to watch. It was fun to people watch families there with their kids, and there was a little boy that every time the band played got up on stage, and he had his little blue jeans on.
Oh,
and
really?
his little cowboy hat, and he just stuck his thumbs in his pockets, and he just scooted around that stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
it was fun.
That
It
is
was
cool.
real fun.
Mark and Suzanne and Andy, on your end, thank you so much. And on this end, Crystal and Barbara, thank you all of you for what you're doing and for educating us about this whole agricultural thing that we can't take for granted, right? It's an important part of what we do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We eat every day.
We eat every day. Yeah, more than once. All right, thank you all.
Thanks, guys.
We'll take a little break and be right back.
Right.
I'm a different breed. Come on, follow me. We'll make it through.
Ocala's